Welcome back. Now it's time for Hot Topics, and tonight we're talking about the content creation industry in Namibia. It's growing, but is it really expanding? Are we simply recycling the same creators? Now, in a market that is already small, we question whether opportunities are being shared widely enough. Every time brands host campaigns, influencer events, or even how to become a content creator seminar, we often see the same well-known creators being invited. So the question becomes, are businesses prioritizing trust and proven reach, or are they unintentionally limiting the growth of the industry by not opening the door to new talent? Now, if Namibia is serious about building a sustainable content creation economy, we have to ask, who gets a seat at the table and how do we expand that table? That's our hot topic this evening. Rochelle, your 2 cents?
Well, I've also been thinking a lot about this content creator issue in Namibia and the market specifically.
Yeah.
And when you suggested that we do hot topics this week, I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. So I think the market is really limited because its growth is limited because of the fact that, as you mentioned in the intro, the brands keep using the same content creators. They keep recycling the same content creators. And I mean, we get it. Maybe it's because they want to build trust or whatever.
Yes.
But I feel like it's enough now. Let's give a chance for upcoming content creators as well.
Yeah.
Because there are upcoming content creators that you can see they are trying, but they're not given the platform because we keep recycling the old content creators.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, what sparked the conversation for me was I saw, I think it was last week, there was a content creation seminar. I think it was titled How to Become a Content Creator, something like that. But and then when I saw snapshots of the event, it was people who are already well-known content creators. And I thought to myself, but what's the point?
What's the point, yeah.
When you say to become a content creator, but you're already inviting established content creators. If it was a platform on how to improve on what you already are, I would have understood that. Because I think like every other Namibian, we do see that there are other content creators that their recognition begins and ends either on Instagram or TikTok. So they don't get, this national exposure through the brands that these other content creators are getting. But we know them in our households and in our social circles because they're doing the work on the TikToks and on the Instagrams.
Yes.
So then you ask yourself, why are these people not present in these rooms when there are seminars that say, we want to teach you on what it is that we expect with content creators, how to become a content creator, how to whatever. So that's where the conversation, really stemmed from for me, because that instance was not, in isolation. I've seen it happen time and time again, where brands have these events and they invite the same people, the same faces every single time. And so it is a question of, okay, are you using the same individuals because there's that relationship of trust? And okay, if I invite so-and-so, they've got 50K followers, so that's more or less what my reach is going to be. So you're thinking of your trust and your reach, which is fine. Brands should absolutely be looking at that, because what you're trying to do, of course, is make sure that people know about, your offering, your product, your service, whatever it is that you're trying to get out there. But also, we need to think bigger.
Yes.
Because a few years ago, when content creation became a thing, we used to say, brands don't recognize content creation in Namibia. And now they do. And really a round of applause to them for providing that platform. But now it's time to expand. So now we have established that we can do content creation in Namibia. We do have content creators in Namibia. But it needs to grow.
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a very slow growth if we're going to be repurposing the same content creators every single time at every single event. So that's really where the conversation came from. I also want to say, though, that there's a standard, I don't know if you've realized, of that I don't know if we've set the precedence or, globally it's been set, but if you have a certain amount of followers, that's when you're considered
a content creator,
an official content creator. What's your thoughts around that? Because I feel like there are people with much less followers, but their content is fire. Yeah,
definitely. I'm also really confused by who qualifies to be a content creator, who is an influencer, who is a socialite, because with these events that you were mentioning now, everybody gets invited. So I'm not sure who's the content creator,
what category they fall in.
Yes, what category they fall in, and then you find that socialites also create content, and then influencers also create content. So what are the categories, and why is everyone always being put in together?
The same basket.
Yes, yes.
That's actually a great question, because yes, there is content creators, then there's influencers, and then there's people who are popular on social media.
Social media, yes.
And I mentioned just now how some people who have, a small following are not considered content creator worthy, but their content that they create is captivating, it's engaging, etc. So, and then you do find content creators that do have like the 10K, maybe 15K followers, but they're not getting the jobs because it's all going to the same people.
Same faces, the same people.
But I think also maybe you start out as a content creator, and when you get popular and people start following you, that's when you become an influencer, I think.
Okay. And then what do you become after that? A celebrity, probably.
I mean, influencer, celebrity, but I think influencer is like the highest level of social media status that I think people, aim for. We did want to do a poll this week, and unfortunately we had technical difficulties and we were unable to put a poll up to get, the input of our viewers, as we usually love to do, and we would have really loved to hear your 2 cents. But we do have our WhatsApp number on the screen, if you can see it there. So if you'd like to send us a WhatsApp on your thoughts concerning the content creator / influencer / social media popularity, climate within Namibia, then please do go ahead and give us your 2 cents via our WhatsApp page. Your final thoughts on this matter?
Okay. I think we should give a chance, or brands rather, should give a chance to upcoming content creators in order to grow the market. We have seen, or I'm sure we all by now know who the faces are in the content creator space. So now let's expand the market so that other people, upcoming content creators, can also join the market.
Yeah. I think that the pie or the cake is absolutely big enough for everybody, because Namibia is just starting out. Well, not just starting out, but we're fairly new in first of all, recognizing that content creation is a thing and that you can make money from it. You can make a career out of it. So that means, since it's very new to us, that there's many and plenty more opportunities. So the pie is absolutely big enough for everybody. And I love to see the growth. I just want to shout out one content creator I've seen, Taimi Nonyango. We had her on Hot Top, on the Daily Roundup a couple of years ago, and she was just starting out, and she's like a travel content creator. So she's a travel enthusiast, and she worked with a local airline. And I saw today Miguel is on Forbes. Forbes Africa featured her for something. So if you're wondering, if there's reward in this, if there's recognition in this as a young person who has an ambition to be a content creator, there absolutely is.
Yes.
Brands just need to expand that table, provide more seats at the table, so that younger and less popular aspiring content creators can also have a slice of that pie. That wraps up today's edition of the Daily Roundup. We're back, of course, on Monday, same time and place. From us, Rochelle and myself, it's good night, and thank you so much for watching.